Hello, I wanted to share with you my immune boosting tea that I like to drink really any time of the year, but especially when it's cold season. So what I have here, this is going to be an herbal tea, so it won't have any black Camellia sinensis in it, but I'm going to have a 3-ingredient immune boosting tea for you. So what I have here are elderberries, and those are good for the immune system. And then I have some spearmint, just fresh spearmint. I got mine at my local health food store. However, you can grow it yourself very easily. All mints grow very easily, even if you do not have that green thumb. And then I'm also going to put in here rosehips, but I did want to spread this out. I didn't think about doing a video until after I already started and had boiled my water, but we'll just kind of show you the mix there. So we have about a teaspoon of elderberry. I only did about a half a teaspoon of the mint because mint can get very strong, and although I like it strong, and it's not for everybody. And I like mint in the summer, although this is for any time. And then I have some vitamin C rose hips. Okay, so all organic rose hips from my local health food store as well. And you can see here's a bottom and there's a top. So you can take a look at the rose hips there. So what we're going to do is we are going to put all of these into my strainer. Okay, so, and then we gotta have our hot water. Mine was already boiling when I decided to do the video, but look at how beautiful that is in the cup. Okay, trying to catch the light there, but you can see how easy it is to make your own blends. The steam might fog up the camera, but that's okay. And this sometimes expands, so although I'm not always disciplined enough to not fill it up to the very top, with these organic loose leaf teas, I like to remind myself to do that because they do expand. Okay, so we can just watch that and see the steam rise up, and then we'll smell. Oh yes, the mint is coming through. Okay, and then I will get a spoon so that we can see these berries expand. So here we can see our elixir is coming through. Of course, the rose hips are going to turn it kind of a rosy brown color. There you go. We even have an elderberry inside the rose hip right there. But just be curious about your food. Use all 5 of your senses when you're cooking or discovering new things. And, you don't always have to follow a recipe. I thought about following a recipe when I picked up these elderberries, and I thought, no, you have some things in your cupboard. Let's just see what you can can come up with. So that's what I'm doing. Look at how interesting that part is right there. And there's the berry inside the rosehip. Rosehip has vitamin C. Actually, a lot of it. So I definitely try to drink rosehip several times a week, especially during the during the winter months. Anytime is fine, but during the winter months especially, or if I have to go to a heavily public area, or such as being on like an airplane with a lot of different people in a tight space, just to keep my immune system at its best for dealing with those types of situations. All right, so now that we have seen it, I can smell it. It smells fruity from the rose hips. Don't really know what an elderberry smells like, although I do love elderberry. I'm going to plan on making elderberry syrup or elderberry honey. I have some local honey, and of course, some more tea. All right, so we've looked at the color. Let's look at the color of this elixir here. Okay, we do have some mint in there, but you can see the color is kind of a rosy color. It's not going to be brown because, again, I don't have any actual tea leaves in here. Let me get it. We'll get quite a bit and see if you can see it that. There you go. So it's going to be a mix of that purpley color, and the rose hips really come through. I notice it every time I use them. All right, so let's get our plate back here. And we're just going to put some on the plate so that you can see it. There's the color coming through since I have a white plate of the liquid. Here, let's do that again so you can see the liquid. Okay, so there's our rosy brown liquid. And now for the taste test. I'm going to remove this. And here, I'll let you take a look at that. Piping hot, of course. All right, and I'm going to take a taste test. Wow, that is delicious. I'm glad I only used a half a teaspoon of the spearmint so it didn't overpower. This tastes a lot like an unsweetened. I don't usually put honey or sugar substitute of any kind, monk fruit or anything, in my teas. I drink it black, straight. I guess I can't say black. This doesn't have any black tea in it. But I drink it unsweetened. However, I can taste the elderberries in here because it tastes like this elderberry syrup that I have that I do take for immune as well. But I am out of it, which is why I got the elderberries so that I could make some more. But yes, it tastes like that, an unsweetened version of that. A little medicinal, but not in a bad way, in a refreshing way that just confirms you know, that I am putting organic, whole ingredients, limited ingredients into my body. And that will help not only boost the immune system, but also detox your system so that it can perform at its best. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that review of my elderberry rosehip mint spearmint tea. Tell me if you try it in the comments. Let me know how you liked it.